One day when I was sorting through all of my crystals and kind of putting them into different categories and especially colors in alignment with each of the chakras, I realized that there was one color that I had a lot less of, and that was orange for the sacral chakra. Now, funnily enough, when it comes to my sacral chakra, it's probably the weakest of my energy centers. And so I went on a mission to try and find more orange crystals that really inspired me. And one of them is what we're going to be exploring today, which is Triplite. Now, Triplite is this beautiful crystal here. It is a rarer crystal, and you'll often find it growing with other things such as pyrite or wagnerite, sometimes beryls and tourmalines and quartz as well. So, as I throw it about, you'll find you'll get these kind of beautiful orange bits. The orange is the Triplite with some other colors in there as well. If you're lucky enough to get some pure Triplite, then you're very, very blessed indeed. Now, Triplite gets its name from the Greek word meaning triple cleavage because of its structure, and it is found in various locations in the world. But in this video, I want to dive deep into the different attributes that Triplite brings into our life, and let's see if I can excite you for a brand new sacral chakra crystal. Each chakra is associated with a different system of the body. When it comes to the sacral chakra, it's associated with the reproductive system. Now, the reproductive system has two uses. What are they? Creativity and creation. Not only babies, but energetically helps us to feel creative in our lives. And what else? Pleasure. And that's also another domain of the sacral chakra as well. Triplite can really help to up level and ascend these two aspects of our lives. So let's look a little bit about creativity. It has a real fiery energy about it. It really helps to up level your creativity, get those creative juices flowing. So if you're feeling that you're creatively stuck, maybe you can't come up with a new idea, maybe you're stuck in a situation where you can't find a solution, meditating with this crystal can be really, really great. It also can work as a bit of a defensive crystal as well. Often when we feel uncomfortable around other people, or we feel unsafe, or we feel threatened, we can't be who we are and we can't allow those creative juices to get flowing. Gridding this around an area where you need to be creative, maybe you need to sit down and write a report or working on a book or a post or whatever that may be, but you're worried that someone will belittle you, maybe a partner, shouldn't be with that person, or a boss or any kind of person like that. Use Triplite to help kind of create this safe haven where your creativity can flourish. So when you're wanting to bring out something new, this is going to be an amazing crystal, not only to fire up your creativity, but also to ward off anything that would dampen those creative flames. Triplite is a manifestation crystal, allowing that creativity to flow and you to bring new creations into your life. Words such as abundance and fertility are often thrown around when we're talking about Triplite. However, what it really does, being a higher vibration crystal, is it's not just about bringing whatever you want into your life. Triplite kind of brings in this condition that allows you to manifest things that will help you in your life quest and with your ascension. Yeah, sure, I'd like to manifest this or that, maybe a chocolate bar or a fast car, but is that really going to help me in my spiritual ascension? Not necessarily. Triplite kind of brings in this condition and can help counteract things like greed. In fact, Triplite is one of my favorite crystals for working with the Taurus star sign. Now, maybe you're Taurian, maybe you've got some of your planets in Taurus. Taurus is that kind of very grounded and sensible sign, but when it's unbalanced, it can become quite materialistic and quite greedy. Triplite can help to counteract that, making sure that everything that you desire to come into your life has a higher purpose rather than just kind of filling a hole or a sense of lack in your life. So if you are wanting to manifest something, but you want to make sure it is for the greatest good of yourself and of all concerned, bring Triplite in. Now you can use it ideally in this way because it is a bit of a rarer crystal, really great to include inside a crystal grid that is designed to manifest something into your life. But again, if you're not sure whether you should opt for something or manifest something into your life, meditation with this may help to give you a bit of direction as well. What I've noticed when working with Triplite is it really helps to bring a bit of a mindset change, and that's to do around pleasure and luxury. Often we think about luxury and luxuriating in something as being overindulgent or maybe of excess, and totally what I was just talking about in the last section about being greedy. But luxuriating is also an approach you can take into fully enjoying every experience, for making it as pleasurable as possible. This is a domain of orange crystals like Triplite and the sacral chakra. So when you feel that life is not that thrilling or that you're not getting the most out of it, work with Triplite and wear it or meditate with it over the sacral chakra and see yourself luxuriating in things. Now, does that mean you have to be overindulgent and be wasteful with money? No. It means when you're having a meal, you really indulge in that meal. When you're having an experience, when you're having an outing with someone, you really make the most of it. It has a fiery energy. You may notice in the way that I'm speaking right now, it does fire you up. It gets that, some use it for kundalini awakening or awakening chi in your body. It does really help to awaken you up and enliven you up and make you milk life for every moment that it's got. So if you are settling for second best in relationships, in work, in what's happening in your life, it's time to start working with Triplite. Triplite really makes you demand the best in life so that you can have the best experiences, which will then lead to the greatest wisdom and the greatest spiritual evolution. So it's time to luxuriate with Triplite. When you get your hot little hands on a piece of Triplite, you're going to want to cleanse it. Now, this has a strong resonance with the element of fire. So you have two different ways that you can cleanse with fire. One, you can leave it near an open fireplace. Maybe you're outside at a campfire, or maybe you're lucky enough to have an open fire at home. You don't need to put it right near the fire, or even put the crystal in the fire, because that will go, as it gets too hot, from one Triplite to 16 flying Triplites, and you definitely don't want that. So just where you could comfortably stand near the fire, place your Triplite there. Now, if you don't have access to that straight away, just passing it through a flame, a candle flame, 3 times quickly, making sure the crystal doesn't get hot and you don't burn yourself, can also work as well. Fire is a fast-acting element, and so using this element, you only need to use it quite quickly. If you do like working with the angels, remember that Archangel Michael is the guardian of the element of fire, so you can actually call upon him to help you cleanse this crystal as well. Now, you can also bring in other gifts of nature, and I love working with the plant kingdom, and when it comes to Triplite, the real luxurious vanilla comes up. Now remember that 99% of all vanilla flavorings and scents are not from the vanilla orchid. So you want to make sure that you're getting true vanilla so that you're really working with something from the plant kingdom, not something that's from a laboratory. Now, when you work with this, you can either wear it as a scent, you can cook with it, you can use it in all different ways, but it's going to really allow you to feel comfortable in allowing pleasure to come into your life. As I often say with vanilla, and I would associate this with Triplite as well, if the creator created this whole buffet of experiences in life and you're just eating the lettuce, then how are you showing gratitude to the creator? Vanilla and Triplite really encourage you to luxuriate and enjoy that a lot more. Now, when it comes to animal guides, the tiger steps forward. Tiger has that fiery energy, that creative energy, that empowering energy, and also, like all cats, they like to luxuriate and lie around, and when the work is done, they actually enjoy their pleasure time as well. So to bring a bit more of that fieriness and that Triplite energy into your life, try connecting with Tiger as well. You can simply hold your Triplite in one hand, meditate on seeing a tiger in front of you, and maybe even bring in the aroma of vanilla to enhance that as well. Now, astrologically, some associate this with the moon and have even found that when working with Triplite around the full moon, it can help you to connect with angelic beings and other celestial beings as well. You may want to work with it during the moon, and the moon does work nicely with the sacral chakra as well, but I would also find, especially if you've got a more red piece of Triplite, it works really well with Mars. Mars has that fiery energy and really gets us engaged and gets us going, and Triplite's going to have that effect as well. What the great thing about working with Triplite is it will get you motivated and going like that Mars energy does, but get you going in the direction of your highest spiritual interests, I guess you could say as well. Astrologically, it works really well with Taurians and any Taurian energy as well. Now, do you have Triplite in your collection? If you happen to be a wholesaler, then Crystal Universe in Perth actually gifted me this beautiful stone and has really become entranced with it over the last few months as I've been working with it. If you are a wholesaler and would like to get some of that, then their details are down below. However, you will find lots of crystal stores around the world. If you have a chat to them, can probably get Triplite in for you. Have you worked with it? Let me know what you think, and we can all learn from each other. This is a crystal that hasn't got a lot of information about it. I went through 10 of my favorite crystal books and found zilch, just to cross-reference what I was experiencing with it. But I'd love to know your experience as well. Thanks so much for taking the time to hang out with me and learn a little bit more about Triplite. I'll talk to you soon. I'm Adam Barralet. Blessed be.